I think, like a lot of people, the road for me going to law school was a difficult one in the sense that it wasn't the obvious choice or the obvious path for me. I came from a working class family. I was the second student in my family to go to university. I didn't have any lawyers or doctors or engineers or anything like that in my family that I could look up to or get guidance from. Coming from Newfoundland and trying to get into the business side of the practice and compete with the larger law firms, that was an obstacle to a certain extent because, a lot of people, they look at the East Coast and they see lawyers down there and they think, they don't have what it takes to compete. And, over the years we've shown them that we do. And, I think that was an obstacle at the beginning, but it's certainly an obstacle that we overcame. I think the best piece of advice that my mentor gave me was to, keep my head down and work hard. And he always reassured me that the long hours and the hard work would pay off. And I think that, awards like the Rising Stars, they show that hard work does pay off. And that's something that, I think all young lawyers can learn from. The best piece of advice I would give somebody about choosing how to be involved with a non-for-profit or charitable organization is, first of all, you have to be interested. Pick something you're interested in. It doesn't matter if it's the SPCA or if it's your local dart league, it doesn't matter. I mean, you pick something that you're truly interested in, and if you're passionate about something, just like if you're passionate about the practice of law, it'll come out and people will recognize that. The Rising Stars recognition, to me, it means a lot. It means that, as a lawyer practicing at a medium-sized law firm in Newfoundland and Labrador, we're showing Canada that we can compete, and we are competing. We're being acknowledged and recognized for the transactions that we've done, the scope and gravity of work that we've done. And for me personally, it recognizes 5 years of hard work and dedication to the practice of law and the work that I've done for our clients. I've attempted to be a good mentor to others. I realize that young lawyers need mentors, and sometimes they're afraid to reach out for them. I see a lot of young lawyers that come to our firm, and even young lawyers at other firms, who are sometimes afraid to ask the questions. They have expectations of themselves that, sometimes, senior lawyers don't have. And I think it's important. I think the mentorship program, I think the idea of being a mentor is very important. And I think that, we have a duty as lawyers to help bring people up and help encourage people to do the best they can with their career. Why did I go to law school? I guess if you asked any of my friends or family, they'd probably tell you I was arguing since I could talk. I've been like that my whole life. And it sort of culminated in the idea that I'd make a great lawyer. I always like to argue, I always like to debate, I like to get to the bottom of issues. And as I got older, I realized that culminated in a knack for problem solving and wanting to help people solve their problems. When I originally went to law school, I thought I'd be a trial lawyer. I envisaged myself going out and doing environmental litigation and that kind of thing. But as I got into the business side of the practice of law, I realized that I could be equally as useful to my clients in helping them negotiate their business transactions. And I very quickly went into the mergers and acquisitions and corporate side of the practice.